Welcome back, everybody. The dreams of a Subway Series is over, but after 15 long years, the New York Yankees are back in the World Series, baby. Let's go. As for the Giants, they're currently the league's punchline with the Patriots. And as for the Jets, are they regretting the Aaron Rodgers decision? Buckle up. It's time to start talking. Oh, wait. Congratulations to the WNBA Liberty on your championship. Let's go. Yo, what's up, Backbone? I'm so sorry, man. This is the part that sucks when you do a podcast with a variety of people and you don't just have Yankee people sitting on the other side of the screen. But what a friggin' time to be alive for the New York Yankees. I'm sorry your Mets got asked out by the Dodgers, but I pray that the Mets exposed them a little bit and gave the Yankees some pointers on how to go out there and beat them for their 28th title. But seriously, this is where I feel bad doing a podcast with people of a variety of teams, right? You're a Met fan, I'm a Yankee fan. We have Mike from Bayonne, he's a Jet fan, we're Giant fans. And when it comes down to somebody's on their high on our show, there's also somebody on their low. And that's why I feel bad for coming in here all juiced up because my New York Yankees are going to the World Series for the 8th time in my life. The 8th time in my lifetime. I get to go to a World Series. I think maybe you've been there, twice in your life? 2000 and 2015?
Yeah, I barely count 2000.
Well, what do you mean?
I was 8.
Oh, that's prime. That's prime now. 8 years old. Right now, to all the 8-year-old kids out there that are watching the Yankees, this makes the generation of Yankee fans. That made you a generational Met fan, not only with your family that were Met fans, but it also...
Yeah, exactly. It introduces new fans, but obviously, 30 years old, 40 years old, that's where your freaking diehards are.
Yeah.
That's us.
Yes, sure. I understand. But I just have a question out there to all the Yankee fans. How many times have you watched the Juan Soto at bat? Because me personally, the Juan Soto at bat, I probably watched it 150 times. No exaggeration. In every different way possible. 150 freaking times. We've been waiting for an explosion of the offense from the Yankees in a postseason in a really long time. Like I just said, it's been 15 years since we've been back there. 15 long years, bro. My life was different. I was reminiscing, a little bit today. Like I didn't have a kid. My grandma was still here. My dad was still here. Gets all your juices flowing. Wasn't married. You know what I mean? It's like this. Your life was so different 15 years ago, and then all of that has happened, and then you're back. That's the way you kind of measure where you're at. You know what I mean?
100%.
So it's a feeling that I hope everybody in the world could experience one day because it's amazing. But let's get into this a little bit with the New York Yankees. Let's get into a little bit of their offense, the way that they conducted these games. I cannot stand another person telling me that it's a Mickey Mouse run to the playoffs, Mickey Mouse run to the World Series. I can't stand it. I was almost happy that not back at it now, but I was almost happy that the Cleveland series wind up having some juice to it because for Kansas City, we were coasting. It was kind of easy games. There was no real wow moment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, definitely.
Those games and that stress and that content that the series gave you made everybody feel like, oh wow, the Cleveland put up a shot there. They're a good baseball team. I give them a lot of credit.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing with I know you said the Mickey Mouse whole thing. Do you think it would have been a little different maybe if Houston had won that game?
Oh yeah, if it was Yankees Houston, because that has history to it. That has a rivalry to it. So there is a lot there. There is a lot there that we wanted to get over the hump, and that's still there, right? Yankees go ahead and win the World Series this year, beat the Dodgers, and it's over. Everybody's gonna celebrate. Blah 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 blah. Next year, if they play in the ALCS again, and it's against the Houston Astros, there's gonna be some other serious allegations on that series. You know what I mean? So they're not clearing the air completely with all the bullshit.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So. If this is a total if the Dodgers went out there and kind of just smoked the Yankees, 4-1, 4-2, then would you say, or at least admit to the fact that the NL path was a lot harder than the AL path?
No,
you can admit that now.
I would admit that right now. I think the NL had 100% had better teams than the AL.
And the Mets path. The Mets path probably they were one of the hardest paths into the playoffs.
Without a doubt.
And during the playoffs, so.
Without a doubt.
But back to the Yankees.
No, back to the Yankees. During the offseason, I know I did a podcast. I did an episode with a Yankee friend of mine, Matt. And one of the number one things that we spoke about on there is the question I asked him was Juan Soto enough to get you to the World Series? It was a question I asked, and the answer was answered. The question was answered, and it was yes, because we lacked that moment. We lacked that big hit. Listen, Big G in the playoffs is Big G in the playoffs. That was kind of already established. He was already being called a big postseason stand. That was already being called that. He has an average of 269 with 35 hits, 16 homers, 35 RBIs, 22 run scores, and 36 games in the postseason as a Yankee. Yeah. That is secure. Those numbers are legit. No matter if he goes freaking over in the World Series, he's known to be a postseason player, right?
Yeah, definitely. So I got a quick question on that. So let's just take out Juan Soto. Yeah. He's not on the Yankees, but Judge does what Juan Soto does in playoffs. Do you think you're still the same team?
Yes. No. Do I think we are still the same team today? Like by getting into? No, I don't. Because it's the wear and tear on the pitchers. They got to go through Juan Soto to get to Judge.
Agreed.
You got to even if he flies out to right center. Right? Even if he flies out to center, let's say there wasn't 2 outs, but let's say he flies out to right center and Judge still gets an at-bat. That guy still worked his ass off, had to throw how many pitches? I think it was 12 pitch at-bat. He had to throw 12 freaking pitches. Judge got to see every single one of them in the on-deck circle. That's enough right there.
That's a good point.
That's enough right there. But Judge, he had it's funny the way it happened. Like I almost feel bad for the guy a little bit. But Judge had his moment. Judge had his moment in game game 3. Yeah, game 3. Judge had his moment. Him and Giancarlo Stanton go back to back. He hits a 2-run homer. To tie the game in the most dramatic fashion. Yeah. Late in the game, I think it was the 8th. Late in the game, he ties it up a dramatic fashion. Judge goes out there and does that back to back with Stanton. You take the lead, but then it was that was the big Christmas game. That was the big Christmas game with the guy that came in and hit a shot, and then they had all the vibes going. They had people dressing up as friggin' Santa Claus. They were trying to start. They were trying to start something there.
Yeah.
So all that Judge's home run kind of gets wiped under the table.
Understandable, but Giancarlo's home run was the home run that was the home run that put them ahead, right?
In that game, yeah.
So I mean, of course, that's always going to happen.
Yeah, but still, it was just that's just the way it happened. But Yankees are in the show, man. They played well. Their bullpen held it down, which is really giving me the confidence I have going after the Dodgers. I think we have the betting pitching staff all the way around.
Yeah.
From starters to relievers out. That's if our bullpen can continue to do it. We heard today that it looks like Nestor is actually going to get put on the roster. We'll find that out a little later in the week. It sounds like Nestor will be back on the roster. I feel good, man. The rookie, the kid
Out of the bullpen?
Out of the bullpen, yeah. And like you can see from these playoffs, you especially can see from these playoffs that the bullpen pieces are massive.
That's why we lost. I mean, not the only reason why we lost, but a pretty big reason why we lost.
Yeah, it really the bullpen is huge. I remember from years ago, it was Mike Messina came out in the Aaron Boone game. He was the hero. You got these guys coming in there. Tim Hill, bro. Tim Hill was on the White Sox. This guy was on the White Sox this year. He came in and I think he was in every single solitary playoff game so far.
He looks exactly like Randy Johnson. It's scary.
That's so actually crazy you said that, because in my cousin Yankee group chat, she called him Randy right away. I was looking up the comparisons. I guess it's the mustache that really gives it away.
The mustache, and he has like that skinny, like kind of face-ish kind of thing.
yeah. I looked it up though. He's 6'7". Johnson was 6'11".
Oh wow! Oh,
Randy
Johnson was 7 feet.
Yeah, bro. Randy Johnson was 6'11", which is crazy. But vibes are extremely, extremely high. The group chats are fire. The Yankee group chats are going off. I seen a clip of a guy outside of Yankee Stadium, and he was like interviewing people, and he was like, "What's your group chat name? What's your group chat name?" Like, it was funny just to hear all the group chat names. I was just Chase for 28. But what'd you say?
Of course.
Yeah, but I'm not going to sit here and really break down the Yankees Dodgers. If I have a chance, we'll be able to hopefully do that next week. But it's going to be another tough thing. I'm sorry to all the fans out there. We really haven't been putting out the content that we really should have been capitalizing here with the Yankees and the Mets. But we do this as a hobby. We don't get paid. We don't get paid here. So to watch the game, stay up until friggin' 3 o'clock in the morning, go to work. It's nuts. It's nutty.
Yeah.
Right?
It was extremely hard. I wanted to so many times just try to shoot a clip after.
Me too.
I was just exhausted.
Well, about the clip thing, like I'm not the greatest doing selfie videos, and that's what everyone does. Like, if you ain't doing selfie videos, you ain't coming out with the clips right on.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Right, that's what it is. The selfie video. I can't even look at myself in the freaking selfie videos. I don't know why this is easy. This is easier for me to talk to, but when it comes down to one-on-one with the phone, you know me, bro. I'm an MC. I do weddings in front of 200-300 people at a clip. I don't feel any of that. You put that regular selfie thing. I can't. I freeze.
It's different. It's different. You're comfortable with what you know.
Yeah.
But let's stay on it. Did you see the ticket prices for the World Series,
bro? Absolutely insane.
Wait, not only the ticket prices, I saw, and I don't know if this is true, but I saw it on Twitter. Like, the parking lot for the Dodgers, it was like thousands of dollars just to get a parking spot.
A parking ticket?
Yeah, it was like over $1,000.
Well, because supposedly that there's absolutely no parking there. And you have to drive. There's no like public transportation maybe there's buses, but there's no like subway and stuff that can get you there.
Oh, so it's like a MetLife Stadium type deal.
Yeah, kind of.
Off the highway.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. The other thing that I think is really sick. Have you seen all these? Have you seen the picture of Volpe in the parade from 2009? But Volpe has a friggin' picture of himself.
Oh, of himself
as a Yankee fan, standing at the gate, down the Canyon of Heroes, and now he's in the World Series with that team he was watching.
That's crazy.
That's
a dream come true, right? For a little kid.
About a dream come true, yeah. So the Yankees don't have the grimace thing and like the oh my god and the rally towels and like a lot of these other teams. They don't walk around with the thing that goes on your head after you hit a home run. All the teams kind of have these vibes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
all these teams have these vibes, and you all of a sudden there's a few little vibish things going on with the Yankees. They're wearing these turtlenecks that supposedly somebody pulled out of the storage from the 90s Yankees.
Yeah, you know what's so funny? I saw a Judge wearing that, and I was like, that looks so old school.
Yeah, so it's actually the turtlenecks from the 90s. It's not it's not Majestic from the 90s. Actually, one sold on eBay for $1,000.
Someone wore it, like
Somebody
a
had one
players.
of these. Somebody had one of these. So actually,
I got
I
you.
seen a photo of myself in the '99 parade
Uh-huh.
recently. I just seen a picture of myself. I was wearing it.
Wow.
So it looked like everybody had it. I was even wearing the friggin' turtleneck from the '90s.
Yeah.
Pretty damn cool. So I know it's not a song like the Mets song was just something completely special and different because the guy was literally played second base.
Yeah.
The Phillies had a song the year before that, but it was a song that was written by somebody else.
Yeah.
It
A little
wasn't
different.
yeah, just a little different. But cool things going on. You know, Cole's about to pitch game 1 of a World Series for his childhood team. There are some really cool things going on with them, and they got to keep it up because this all means nothing. Does it save some jobs? Yes. Does Boone get an extension because the Yankees made the World Series? Yes. Does it give Hal Steinbrenner a little bit more oomph to maybe put a couple dollars more on top of Soto's deal to not be the second best offer and just hope that he signs with you because you're the Yankees? Maybe you become the best offer for Soto because we're in the World Series. There are certain things there that getting to the World Series does help. But in the grand scheme of things, you got to go out there and win it. No one remembers the one. Well, I do because it was just an emotional time in New York and stuff like that. That World Series burns the shit out of me. No one remembers 2003. You don't. You just don't. Those years get washed away after a while. You know, it doesn't help this. You know, we have to make this generation of Yankee fans champions. That's what it comes down to. No, we have to make this generation of Yankee fans championships for their first time.
Yeah, I'm saying like there was a generation, probably like your generation, that then got to witness X amount of World Series. So what you're saying, 15 years later, you guys haven't been in a World Series in 15 years. So
and then there was a 9-year gap in between that one too.
Right. But then but I'm just saying, like, anyone below 15 years old right now has never seen the Yankees in the World Series. So they have
even a 5-year-old, even if somebody was 5, do they really remember it? Yeah, maybe they have a picture or something that
so that's like 20 right now.
Yeah, exactly. So this generation of Yankee fans, that's why like I get pissed when Darren Judge is coming out at a Drake concert. I got abused for that. I got ripped apart to shreds for that. But I just feel like that this generation, they just idolize these guys just because they're good at the game, not because they're world champions.
True.
You know what I mean? I look at I put you on a scale of world champion or not. But that's really it. I don't want to sit here. We have a long show. We have a lot of good stuff to get to. Maybe we'll hop back into the Yanks right before we turn off.
We will.
All right, well, let's start talking into the magical, amazing Mets that came up short again.
Yeah, unfortunately. So, like I said before, the bullpen definitely a major issue. But I think the biggest issue in this series alone, they left 38 runners on base in their 4 losses in the NLCS. 2 for 26 with runners in scoring position. We left 13 runners on base in just game 6 alone. Leaving guys on base against the freaking Dodgers, you lose automatically. If you're not scoring runs, which is actually kind of crazy. I think I think you added this actually for me.
Oh, I did. I was just gonna say it.
Very interesting. So the Mets average 4.3 runs per game, and no team has averaged more than 4.3 runs per game and lost in a championship series since the New York Mets in 1999 in the NLCS.
That is a wild stat.
But that's just like, and that just goes to show you how well the Mets did actually play and they did actually fight, because we left all these runners in scoring position. 1, 2, 3 more hits, we get those runners in. It's a completely different series, no?
Yeah, oh yeah, and it looked like Alvarez was just starting to come out of his funk a little bit right there at the end.
He did.
I know. It looked like I don't know. I seen somebody tweet it. Angie tweeted it, but when McNeil came in, I felt like the vibes got shot.
That's a fair point. I didn't love that. I probably would have stuck with him on the bench just until like we actually really needed him. But you might be that's actually a good point. I didn't even think about that. But I mean, that's not like make or break. But yeah, I mean,
That's just kind of went soft there.
Yeah, no, you might be right, and you might be onto something there. But enough of the negatives. I just want to take like an overall look at the total season. We had a rookie manager, Carlos Mendoza, 89-73 record, led us to an NLCS, 2 games short of the World Series. We were 11 games under 500 at one point and fought all the way back to at least make the playoffs. And we played an extra day against our division rival, the Braves, just to get into the playoffs. Won an elimination game, trailing going into the 9th. And we also beat our division rival in the Phillies in the NLDS. I think for our expectations this year, I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm not sad that we didn't make it to the World Series, but we definitely exceeded our expectations as Met fans, I would say.
Yeah, you feel that way?
Yeah, I mean, again, and even going into this series, I was not 100%. The Dodgers are the best team in the MLB. So obviously the Mets had the story to fight, but the Dodgers overall, they just and this is what I wanted to bring up to you before. The pitching is what you have to worry about the Dodgers. The starting pitching. If you can get at the starting pitching and get at them early like we did, besides game 6, we won in every single game that we scored first. So their pitching is very inconsistent. The guy Flaherty had a really good game against us, but he's really has been very shaky.
He's starting game 1 for the Dodgers.
Yeah, Yamamoto, same thing. He wasn't pitching good, but he actually pitched a good game. But Flaherty's second game against us was terrible. So he went back to his thing. Sean Manaea, I just wanted to say he carried us during the playoffs, but after seeing him pitch, he's one of those pitchers that if you just see enough times, they're just going to start hitting you. And you can't face the Dodgers twice in one series and them not figure you out. He was figured out from the first inning in game 6.
Yeah.
So
they like you said, that stat that you just said that the Mets averaged 4.3 runs per game and still lost is like it's crazy. And the Yankees definitely have to pull out a lot of what the Mets did to the Dodgers because you guys won 2 games. You guys won two games. I definitely think if you had one more extra arm, somebody that went the distance, went deep into one game out of all of them, I think it might have saved some of the bullpen as well. Where was Ottavino?
They don't like him anymore. Yeah, I mean, he
didn't make the roster.
Yeah, he was on the roster, I believe. I don't know if he was on every single series, but he was on.
Sure. Like, why didn't you just tell him like he was such an analytic guy, he was a computer guy, thinking guy. Like, you just say, study these 3. Study Ohtani, Betts, Friedman. Study them. You're gonna have a shot here to go after them in one of these games.
Yeah, I mean, I probably agree with you, but just in the simple fact that we did have our main bullpen pieces that we relied on getting here.
Maton, that was he went to him in some serious moments that I was like, really putting Maton in again, especially in game 5.
Yeah,
game 6.
Yeah,
in game 6, I was looking for somebody fresh. You brought Maton, it kind of brought the vibes down again.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, Maton has been good. But at the same time, they got worn down. The whole bullpen got worn down, and that definitely led to our struggle. But I just want to leave it off one good bright point for the Mets. We have ourselves a third baseman of the future. Our best postseason player in Mark Vientos set the Mets postseason record with 14 RBIs. Guy went 3 for 27, 5 home runs, 14 RBIs, 998 OPS.
Wow.
You cannot ask for a better postseason from a young kid like that.
Yeah, kid's a superstar. We'll have some time during the offseason to break down the Alonso stories and everything else that goes with both of these teams after a season is over. Congratulations. I feel for you guys. If the Yankees weren't in the World Series, I would definitely be sitting here and rooting for you. There's a lot of people in my life that, like I always say, I want to see win. I want to see experience this one more time. My uncles, my father-in-laws. There's a lot of people out there that I definitely want to see. They would never say this to me. They don't want to see me win anything. I didn't get no congratulations text message the way I was congratulating them. But I get it. They got a lot more pain than us. I understand it.
Well, you did get a text message from me and Ant, and
yeah.
I just want to put this out in the universe as well. I am rooting for the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
I am not rooting for the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
I will always root for the Yankees unless they're playing a team that I like, which is very rare because I don't really like any teams in the NL.
Of course.
But I am rooting for the Yankees. I am rooting for the Yankees for you, but also in general as well.
Thank you. And the city needs it. The city definitely does need it.
Yep.
Definitely.
Let's go into some football.
Here it is. It's the 100-yard dash. Bring in that mic from Bayonne. Bring him in here. Bring him in here. How you doing?
I'm all right.
He started with the wine in his mouth already.
Red 2 tonight. Red 2 tonight.
Red, you noticed the change.
Charles is good with that.
I feel for you. I feel for me. The football sucks locally. It just really does. I'm not a Jet fan. Okay, everyone knows that. Rodgers is starting to really piss me the fuck off. Because when you want to talk the talk, especially here local, we are in a different bubble. We are in a different bubble compared to these other teams out there, right? Mm-hmm. The New York bubble is some serious business. What corporate New York is serious shit. You can't go out there, make mockeries on the friggin' TV when you're going on McAfee, which is the coolest thing in the world. If Rodgers wasn't on the Jets, I think it's the coolest thing in the world. The way he's interacting with the fans. You got to come out there and talk and walk that walk.
Listen, you're right, and I guarantee you, he thought, I came from Green Bay. Green Bay's a football town. Green Bay in Wisconsin is tough, but he was able to get it done in Green Bay. So he was a god in Green Bay. So he had a long leash in Green Bay. We do not have those kind of leashes in New York, especially when you're wearing something from the New York Jets colors. We do not have any more leashes, so you can do your shrooms, you can go to your Egypts, you can do whatever the hell you want, but if you don't give us wins, you suck. You're done with us. I'm not done with Aaron Rodgers, but I'm just I'm getting where you're going.
Yeah, you have to be starting to feel that. Yeah, you have to be because there are certain decisions in these football games that are on him. Now he's got full control of everything. He's the GM.
Look,
he's everything.
Should we start Jets?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Please, you're a way better talking point than the freaking Giants.
All right, so let's start Jets then. Let's give a quick game recap against the Steelers. They looked decent in the first half. They actually, showed a little bit of promise. Second half, they got absolutely trounced on for a lot of different reasons. The offense again fell flat. They could not run the ball whatsoever. The defense, I don't want to say injuries. There was a lot of injuries on that defense. No DJ Reed, no Michael Carter. Sauce Gardner is playing with something and not saying it. Chuck Clark is out. Ashton Davis came out last week. The Steelers are a team that figures out how to win games. That's why Tomlin has stayed that head coach for that long. So at halftime, they figured out how to win this game, which was hit us over the top. We have nobody in the secondary. That's exactly what they did. Russell Wilson looked like Seattle's Russell Wilson against us, which he hasn't looked like in years. And here we are again. Gentlemen, here we are again. Davante Adams post-game interview, sitting there talking, this team, we just didn't execute. We just didn't do that. That boy stepped off the plane and immediately became a Jet. You know what I mean? Like, immediately fell right in line. We didn't get it done. We don't know how to execute. The coach made the play call. Immediately knows how to lose and suck. It's once you put on this jersey, you lose and you suck. There's no other way around it. Leon Hess was the former owner up until 2000 when Woody Johnson, Leon Hess's estate after dying, Woody Johnson bought it from Leon Hess's estate in 2000, and the show has been a mess ever since. It starts at the top I mean, the numbers are there. They don't lie. It starts at the top. And look at it this way. You lose against the Steelers, right? Because of the reasons I just said, right? One of those reasons being the secondary is depleted with injuries. When you have injuries on a team, but you're a good team with good coaching, with quality depth, with just a culture around you, you notice you don't really see or hear those things being a problem. Yeah, you hear injuries, this, that, and the other thing, but teams still figure out how to be good teams. The Steelers will win those games. The Ravens will win those games. The Jets will not, because they either don't have the coaching to support it, the culture to support it, whatever it is, it's not there, and it starts with Woody Johnson. Nothing's going to change until that changes, and that ain't changing anytime soon because, I mean, who would give up an NFL investment right now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a moneymaker.
It's a freaking mouthful, but I totally get it. It's bad. It's as bad as it gets, and you fired the coach, which we spoke about. That was a serious moment. That was a serious moment in Jets history, right? That was the first time for something. And this is what you do afterwards. This is what you do after you fire the coach. Why'd you fire him then?
Right. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Give me a win. Give me a gutsy performance. I didn't watch the entire Jet game because we have something going on in the baseball world that's pretty important right now. But you're looking at it and you're just like, what the hell is going on? The fans rebought in. You sold this product back to the fans. You had probably one of your biggest season tickets years of selling tickets. I see there's Jet parties going on. The Jets brand is Rodgers got it back publicly, right?
You got the hype. You sure as well got the hype. Yeah. He got the hype from, I think, a lot of this team as well. I feel like a lot of these guys went into this season thinking, well, I'm elite. Garrett Wilson is elite, right? If Garrett Wilson's so damn elite, why are balls coming off of his chest and going to defenders? These are these. Who told you were elite? You're a third-year receiver. You're great. You're skilled. But let's make some real, football moments. Let's make some life-changing plays before we start crowning us. And the same goes for Rodgers. That's the problem that you were talking about before, where it's like he thought he was going to waltz in here as a 40-year-old man coming off a torn Achilles and just take this team and bring it to a ball with ease. He thought he was going to do that, and now he's realizing that he's not. And it's honestly going to be very interesting to see how it all plays out.
Yeah,
win or lose.
Oh, definitely.
You know who you have to blame for that, by the way?
Well, Woody Johnson, we know.
For Rodgers thinking at 40 years old that he can go to another team and win a Super Bowl? Tom Brady. Rodgers. Yeah, no, I'm saying he has Tom Brady to blame. Yeah. Tom Brady put in a very, very hard thing to do, was traded to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 43 years old and went on to win a Super Bowl. Do you think that has had anything to do with Rodgers,
chance,
him wanting to go to the Jets and build it up just like Brady did?
The fact that I don't think it would be the fact that he saw Brady could do it and it was successful. It was the fact that Brady did it and he would like to prove that he could as well. I could see that playing a little bit of a factor.
Yeah, he's one of the most conceited guys on the planet, Rodgers.
Even to add, after Brady, Stafford kind of did it too. Stafford's like a veteran quarterback, went to the Rams.
But they bought out and they had a lot of weapons and this, that. The problem is Brady, maybe even a little Stafford too, but definitely Brady, guys like Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, they have that factor, that cultural factor where if you're going to be in the same jersey as that guy, you're expected to play at a certain level. And Rodgers does not have that. I really don't think so. Rodgers is skilled, but he doesn't have that ex-leader factor.
Does all this media hype with Rodgers bother you the way it bothers somebody like me? Did it bother you seeing the Devontae Adams thing literally looked like it was a skit that McAfee and Rodgers wrote out of a WWE episode, right?
Yeah.
Does that bother you in any way? Because I know it bothers the shit out of me. They should be focusing on football.
Oh, come on. If you're a Jets fan, you had to be excited at that point.
I was 100% exciting.
Break the glass, right? It was glass. He's walking down like the Undertaker's coming out.
and I love wrestling, man. So that was very much enjoyable. All right, but at the same time, I totally get what you're saying. I mean, look at the record right now, and this guy's got to go on every week, and you got to hear him on. But luckily, he's not being a buffoon. I feel like he would be acting a different level or a different way if we had more wins than losses. So, but they're all doing it now, man. Every NFL star has a podcast. It's crazy.
Yeah, really crazy. And on that, Rogers today said in a McAfee episode on Today on McAfee.
Oh, yeah,
said,
Tuesday. Rogers Tuesday. Don't forget it, guys.
Rogers Tuesday. Rogers said that the Jets are playing with too much anger and not enough enjoyment. He is making it a goal to have a little more fun this week. What do you think about that one?
That's cool almost. Win.
You know who they got this week, right?
Yeah.
Of course he does.
You know I had this game circled.
Yeah, hey, listen, we're gonna see. And Drake Maye too. It's gonna be a showdown in Foxborough. That's a must-win game for the Jets, dude.
You're not the circle, Andrew?
And it's the only game I want to win as a Patriots fan.
I don't blame you.
Oh, you were racing the circle like a little bit, or you're still a lot. You want to win?
No, like I just said, this is the only other game this season that I want to win. Pats are obviously in full tank mode, but no matter what, I want to beat the Jets. That'll never change.
Yeah, I get it.
And more now than ever, honestly.
Oh, right? Why? Because we're where we usually are, on our knees, begging and pleading for mercy from the world. I mean, you act like we're there's some star-studded, undefeated crew.
Just because the way this season started out and the way Jet fans reacted after the Patriots blowout, I want to freaking take the dagger right there.
That'll be a blowout. Jets lose Sunday. That's a freaking
the season's over if you guys lose to the Pats.
Is that Sunday, 1 o'clock regular game?
The season is most likely over as we sit today.
Nah. So you think 0%? Like, what's the probability on making the playoffs? I'm making the playoffs.
Jesus, who knows? The way the team looks, 10 to 15%. Realistically, if we were to go on a run, it's a lot more, I think. Yeah, well, then you're looking at 25, 30. The Bills are still not anything to write home to. I stand by that. And Miami still has a lot to figure out. You see Tua's not wearing the Guardian cap.
That was the craziest thing.
So,
oh my God.
Not worried about Miami. Not worried about it.
I missed this. He's not wearing the Guardian cap?
Yeah, the Guardian cap, the thing on top of the helmet?
About it? Yeah.
Yeah, so he had an interview and said that he won't wear it.
And what was his reasoning? What was his reasoning behind it?
Personal choice.
Yeah.
Personal choice. That's what he said.
So he's going to just really risk himself.
Yeah, he didn't die.
Yeah, you could say thanks. A little scared to say that. It's serious. That dude's
spazzed out on the field twice.
Yeah, he doesn't just get a concussion. Yeah, he doesn't get a concussion at all. He turns into freaking the guy from Scream.
No,
yeah. Right? It's like Officer Doofy.
He should change his sport to fencing. He's been in that position so much.
It's crazy.
Anyway, they need a lot. Yeah,
that should be illegal. The NFL should have. Sorry, I'm continuing.
No, you're good.
The NFL should have stepped in and said, "No, you have to wear the Guardian cap."
That's what a lot of people thought they were going to do, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, that kid, he's risking a lot. He really is. But either way, not worried about Miami, and so we'll see. It starts with the Patriots, and just because he's talking like this, that last game wasn't enough. I need a bigger blowout than the one that I saw in person in MetLife.
Oh, the way Andrew's talking about it?
The way Andrew's talking, I want Foxborough to be half empty by the end of the third quarter.
You guys should have actually got your asses to this one.
And Gillette, I ain't fucking going to a freaking Patriot. Those tickets are probably so expensive.
I was just gonna say they're probably not. It's got to be some of the cheapest of the Patriots. I know it's probably one of the still a divisional game, but the Patriots tickets are always through the roof. They can't be extremely.
Yeah, I always had a freaking.
You guys never went to Gillette together, right?
No, I never been to Gillette.
I never been to Boston, and I never will. Fuck Boston.
Whoa.
Sorry, Massachusetts.
$79 is the cheapest ticket.
Oh my God, that's pennies.
Yeah, but you're sitting all the way up top. You still have to drop like probably 200.
Give me a 50-yard line mezzanine, second tier, not the bottom, the middle. Couple rows back,
like 130.
That's nothing compared to what the freak we would have to pay for to go to the MetLife.
Yeah, I got a flight where what am I getting gas? Who's
Why,
driving?
you think jet tickets are more expensive?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
We're one win away.
Yeah, I know, but that
if we win this game, we're tied.
They still believe, all right?
Let's hear about them. Let's hear about your Pats.
I mean, there is nothing good
Please.
to say about the Patriots. There is absolutely nothing good. Not only
You're still holding on. You're still holding on. We're not holding on. No,
Yeah, you're crazy.
Yeah. Not only does the players just aren't playing good, we're banged up. Gerard Mayo is not a freaking head coach, and
He seems like a goofball.
He needs media training. He called our team soft. He called our team soft.
Listen, that's not the worst thing.
No, time out.
He's looking for something.
It's not if it was in the locker room. He did it to the media.
No. But that's still okay, man. I don't know. I kind of mess with it.
What? I don't understand. Like, he didn't take 1 ounce of accountability, though. That's the thing. Like, he's pointing it to the players, saying this is that. I freaking had to watch Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick's been roasting us bad on every single podcast, roasting Gerard Mayo. Yeah, he brought up last year, we were the first ranked run D last year, and we sucked, but we had a good defense. This year, we're the 26th, and we kind of have the same players, minus we did have a lot of key injuries, but he brought up a lot of good points, and the Patriots should be playing better, at least at the line, where we always made a living.
Belichick has actually got some huge kudos for that Manning cast. I heard he was unbelievable.
Oh, you know what? He's so funny.
He's starting to annoy me. He's starting to annoy me a little bit. Okay? Because for one thing, why couldn't talk to the media for 20 years, right? Couldn't say more than 3 words in a press conference. Now he's Mr. Ryan Seacrest. I'm on this, I'm on that, I'm on here.
And he's crushing it.
But now I wish I had a freaking Bill Belichick on the stand in front of the media, though. So I really, it's so weird. But just to easily sum this up, Mayo is just not a good coach. He had a phenomenal first half. The Patriots called run plays on first down, 7 of 9, had really good drives on the first 3 drives. And then after that, on first downs, we passed on first down. Then 6 for the next 7 series, we ran the ball. And it was like, it's just night and day. You have to look at freaking the statistics, the analytics, and then the wide receiver room is just a mess. This guy, KJ Osborne, one of our wide receivers, catches a touchdown, looks at the camera, and goes like this. He wants to get called by another team to sign him.
Oh, Jesus.
After he caught a touchdown.
You know that that's a fact that he did that for that?
I mean, he was vocal. He was vocal about requesting a trade and that game because he was supposed to be a healthy scratch. And he posted a screenshot of texting his agent saying that he just got unscratched the night before. And then that happened. So it was a little weird. And this guy, Jalen Polk, that we drafted in the 2nd round, was supposed to be a stud. And he's claiming that he has the best hands in the league, but he has the most drops in the league. So, like, the wide receiver room is just a complete mess. The only thing that I get to look forward to is Drake Maye. He is the only quarterback since the merger to have 500 yards and 5 passing touchdowns to 2 career starts. Him and Dan Marino.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not only that, our previous freaking quarterbacks after Tom Brady had 4 touchdowns. 4 passing touchdowns. Guess how many Drake Maye has only on 48 passing attempts? 4 touchdowns. And that's 1 less than Patrick Mahomes. So I have a lot to look forward to. I'm going to only watch these games strictly just to watch Drake Maye play.
Oh, and you're a fan.
Yeah, and I'm a fan. I mean, like, watch.
It's so funny. I'll take May, and then I think we would have a decent team, the New York Giants.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I mean, and freaking our offensive line has a 13.6 grade, worst offensive line in NFL history. Not just this year, NFL history. And this guy's throwing behind it right now and is actually playing well.
Well, listen, you guys. If the game plan is to let the ball fly against us, he might have another really good day with the way our secondary looks right now.
He gets the ball out fast, and it was just not stuff that we were seeing on Jacoby Brissett. He would just take sack after sack after sack. This guy Drake Maye has a cannon of an arm and can fit in tight places, quick release. So I hope that happens on Sunday.
The talk battle. The talk battle. I gotta say, obviously I'm rooting for the Jets, but I didn't really see. I guess I should have known better, but I didn't really see this going that bad for the Jets. Like, I'm getting pissed for the Jets. I'm not a Jet fan. I'm getting actually mad for the Jets.
It's
mad.
Yeah, like you almost like you laugh it off now. You know what I mean? Like if people text me about it, this, that, and the other thing. I had someone text me like, "Oh, the Mets, Jets." Like the Mets were great to watch and didn't expect it to go this far, but the Jets, I'm like, you got to learn a certain level of discipline with the Jets, and if you haven't learned it yet, being a really big diehard Jets fan, then you're probably in an institution. Like something's got to be really wrong. You have to separate yourself.
All Jet fans, you got to admit, going into this year, we're on their high horse, though.
Wouldn't you be? Wouldn't anybody be?
Yeah,
you know
100%.
what I mean. Like, who wouldn't be excited for all of that? You know, and look at us.
Because they got the hype. They got the hype.
It's so weird. I know you mentioned the injuries on the defense, but like they just looking at the roster, they have such talent on their team that like it just doesn't make sense that they only have 2 wins.
But they also let things go, like slip through the cracks. This league loves pass rushers. It loves paying pass rushers, but it doesn't look at those grindy, big old nose tackles that stop the run. We had great ones. Sheldon Rankinson 3 years ago. We had Quentin Jefferson on the line. We had Snacks Harrison before that. They got rid of all these guys throughout the years and now got Javon Kinlaw. And it's not always the right answer when you go and just plug another guy with another good name, because that guy sucks at stopping the run. And we're getting gutted with the run. You know, I think there's so many different holes other than the hoopla on offense. And that is its whole other story in itself.
So if you think the defense was like 100%, do you like how much better do you think the Jets would be right now?
It's hard to say, but I think the Jets would definitely have won a couple of games that they didn't if the defense was fully there. And I'm not even talking about fully healthy, because fully healthy is Javon Kinlaw in the middle. That's not the answer. Like that's what my point. There are holes, and the offensive line still has problems. Look, they are so far from the big game. It's not even funny that people are still even talking about this being a make or break year or 1 to 2 years even. Like I don't see this team ready to win a Super Bowl in 365 days either. So what's the next answer? You obviously have to go draft a quarterback. Yes, I'm saying that again for the 10th year in a row. It's the craziest thing in the world, man. I gotta stop.
This is a really bad quarterback class.
Yeah, the universe has to get you there though, because you guys are going out there to try to figure this out and clinch a playoff spot.
Yeah, I mean,
that's not a joke. Woody Johnson put all his eggs in this basket.
We're not throwing the rest of the year. No,
they're not throwing the next 2 years.
No, definitely not.
Is Riddick supposed to sign and be ready for Sunday?
Riddick is back. Yeah.
Oh, so it's official. Is he playing Sunday?
Official. Yeah, Tuesday. I think he should be. Yeah, almost positive.
He could be a big game changer on that day.
Yeah, 100%. But he's again one of those big pass rushing guys. But we can definitely use that as well. So yeah, that's going to help out. I mean, look, like Charles said last week, when has it ever happened in the history of the NFL that an interim coach had won a Super Bowl or gone to the playoffs? Right? Is it gone to the playoffs?
I said Super Bowl. I don't know about that.
I think playoffs is pretty difficult in itself too, but. The field in front is not the worst one in the world, and I've said it before. The AFC's not as strong as it used to be, so we'll see what happens.
Only 2, by the way. The last that's actually not special teams. Only 1961 was the only one, really.
It's never happened.
Damn,
I'll raise that 1961.
You want to make another crazy
call?
Now,
yeah.
Not that I wouldn't say regret, but how are you looking back now at the Robert Saleh firing? Do you have different views?
I mean, look, the Robert Saleh. No, I still think that was like for the long haul that needed to happen, and it was going to happen at some point in time. You know what I mean? Even if this worked out.
But you don't think that kind of maybe added to the drama and the potential of going to the playoffs? Like we just said, an interim head coach has never led their team to a playoff run. So
yeah, no, it didn't help at all. And that's and who made that call? You know what I mean? Like in an abrupt move with like that, because what does that do? That pisses off your entire defense that he's been running for 2 to 3 years now. You know what I mean? Albridge takes over, but now your defense looks at your offense and Aaron Rodgers and Nathaniel Hackett and probably despises them on some level, doesn't want to play ball for them. So yeah, dude, it's a terrible move. It's a terrible, quick-headed judgment move. And I think down the line, you're going to hear things that come out about that firing that weren't originally reported or weren't really the main topic of things, because, you know, he also had a Lebanese flag on his arm in the London game. And apparently that didn't sit well with Woody. I'm just saying it's all speculation. Nobody knows for sure what was the real reason. Everyone wants to believe it's Rod. We'll see what happens at the end of the road. That will come out eventually. You'll see a Netflix documentary in 5 to 10 years on Salah.
No freaking questions. Well, to talk about your roommates, it's really the same situation. I mean, I'm not going to waste really any time here on this episode on the New York Giants, but it's just pathetic all the way around. They need a quarterback. That's just obvious. I don't believe that Jones should be starting another game. If he gets hurt, if he gets hurt while playing right now, the Giants owe him $40 million.
Anybody owe him?
Yeah.
They owe him more money if he gets hurt?
They'll owe him $40 million if he gets hurt.
No, I think they're saying because that's his guaranteed money. I think that they're saying that he would get paid no matter what because it's guaranteed.
What do you mean?
His first 2 years of his contract were guaranteed money. So if he gets hurt, usually you only get like a percentage or whatever, and then the rest is covered by insurance and whatnot. He's getting his full contract. He would get his full contract.
Okay.
But
I'm not gonna say I don't want to. I'm not gonna bash Dable. I'm not. I can't do it again. I can't go through another GM and coaching change. They have to stick this through. They have to see this through. I believe
he's a good coach.
I believe Dable's a good coach. I believe Shane will get it done. Did Shane took a really big kick in the face on Sunday, getting freaking stomped the fuck out with Saquon Barkley and being really abused, like being abused.
Bro, most rushing yards at MetLife Stadium as an Eagle.
Yeah.
Like that was freaking hurtful.
Yeah. He almost went for his career, but I seen a video. He said, "Let the young kids eat."
Yeah, I saw that too. He was like 11 to 13 yards short. That was cool.
Yeah, that's not cool. Fuck him. Fuck him. Your fucking team. I hate the Eagles. I hate that they beat us in the division game. You're showing nothing, and I just feel like you have to just pull Jones. Just pull it. Just do it. Just do it. The guy has not thrown a touchdown. All right, there's been 20 quarterbacks and 16 NHL players that have scored more points than Daniel Jones at MetLife since 2023. That's a real
NHL players.
And it's the outdoor stadium.
And NHL players, it's so bad.
New York does this kid so dirty with these stats.
So dirty.
It's fucking bad, bro. It's just so bad. I can't get over it. I don't want to waste my breath on it. They just got to come out there and they just got to start fixing little things. And you got to get rid of Jones. You have your star wide receiver, which I absolutely hate this. I absolutely hate that your star wide receiver came out and kind of took shots at Jones. But you know what? That's just me being old school, I guess. And just shut up.
You're 100% right.
He should have kept his mouth friggin' shut, but somebody's got to say something to get this kid the fuck out of there. And right now we have to put he is our guy, right?
Well, that might just go to
show. Our guy. We have to build a team around Neighbors now. Like he's our guy.
For sure. But it's a shame that you guys don't have, you may in Dexter Lawrence, but it's another side of the ball. You don't have a veteran presence for this kid because he's worrying me because he's giving OBJ, Jamal Adams-esque vibes where it's when things go bad, things are really, really bad.
He's in concussion protocol. He's going ASAP. Yeah, Rocky at the fucking at MetLife. Yeah, that's definitely OBJ type shit right there.
Yeah.
I think it's a big reflection of what the Giants locker room is like right now. That's the same as to go with the Pats. They're both messes.
Yeah, I don't know what I want either. What do I want to see on Sunday? Of course, I just want to see them just get it kind of together. Just stop playing as a group. Get rid of Jones. Put in DeVito. Put in Luck. Like they put in Luck. That kid doesn't even look like he could block. Whatever. Luck. That kid can't even throw a freaking pass anyway.
That kid can dance.
He could dance. Oh yeah. 2024 shit. Give him a TikTok. but it's just for the Giants. I mean, I can't even. I'm not even. My mind isn't there. The Yankees are in the World Series.
Yeah.
I can't even think about them. My Yankees got me to October. I can't even freaking put my energy into them. And when the Yankee season comes to a close, win or loss, we're gonna turn it right over to opening night Knicks tonight. Opening freaking hockey's here. We have a lot of things to look forward towards, and the one thing that not to look forward towards is the next Giant football game. That is not on my list of things that I'm looking for. It's not on my list. I think I'd rather go watch The Masked Singer than a freaking Giant football game.
That was pulled out of a hat.
Yeah. I thought about that because I was so mad at Fox. I was so freaking mad at we have an MLB baseball game going on, playoff baseball game, and I turn over and it's the fucking Masked Singer on Fox. But we're on FS1.
FS1.
Wow. In case you change your mind, it's Monday night against the Steelers.
Yeah, I got a baseball game. Hopefully not. Hopefully.
There you go.
But I won't even set up. I don't even think I'll set up the second TV. How about that?
Wow.
Second TV.
I don't blame you for that. This is the World Series, dude.
Yeah, I won't even set up.
No.
You can't divide the attention like that.
Nah.
I'm so done. I'm so disgusted.
Yeah,
I wish that I do wish that Dable could just say, "All right, Jones, nice doing work with you. It didn't work out. See ya."
Too much money in those pockets, man.
I don't want to talk about him anymore. That's the other thing. I don't want to talk about him anymore. I don't.
If I know you just said you didn't want to talk about him, but
what about him, Jones? Is another good game.
No. I was going to say that Deshaun Watson, who's in a similar situation, just got hurt this weekend, and the Cleveland Brown fans booed him. You think if that happens to Daniel Jones, the crowd is going to go nuts like that?
There's a chance. Those
Those New York fans are pretty crazy. I think it's almost definite.
There's a good chance. I definitely think they'll cheer if Tommy DeVito comes in. I think you'll see the stadium light up. Like an SNL skit, but
yeah.
All right,
let's
get into the fantasy feud. Name your top Week 8 waiver wire ad. This is prime time fantasy fans. This is prime time fantasy.
Let's do it. I'm going with the Week 8 waiver wire ad, Sterling Shepard from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, wide receiver. If you guys saw last night, Chris Godwin had a dislocation with a possible fracture of the ankle on the last play of the game, which is pretty gruesome. And also on top of that, Mike Evans went out of the game with a hamstring injury. We know hamstring injuries can linger. We know dislocated ankles can definitely linger. Sterling Shepard is next up in those lineups, and I think he's the one that takes that slot position of Godwin's. I think they put McMillan on the outside where Evans was until Evans comes back, and Sterling Shepard gets all of Godwin's receptions, which means he's the guy to add in Week 8.
Nice.
Thank you.
I might need some help from a PA also because I got Jawan Jennings. The reason why I got Jawan Jennings, Brandon Ayuk out for the year for the San Francisco 49ers, and also Deebo Samuel got pneumonia. Mike, how bad is that? Because I actually have him on my fantasy team. How long is this guy going to be out for?
No, he should be fine. Maybe a week. If that,
he got like rushed to the hospital, they're saying, and stuff.
Maybe for what?
I want to double check this, but I'm pretty sure it said pneumonia.
Well,
pneumonia. Yeah,
I think he should be fine. I mean, unless he's getting ICU admitted, like I think he's going to be fine. It's fine. He's Debo Samuel.
Okay. Well, either way, without their big star, Brandon Ayuk, I think this when Brandon Ayuk wasn't playing in the beginning of the season, Juwan Jennings was a key part of this offense, and I think he's just going to get right back into it. So, Juwan Jennings.
Remember, fantasy fans, your championship lies within these waiver wires. You could win championships on waiver wires. Listen to what these guys are saying. All right, question number 2. Mid-season returns. Name a player returning from injury who's going to make a fantasy impact immediately.
My fantasy impact is Nick Chubb. Chubb did come back last week. The fantasy impact was pretty immediate. Only had 22 yards, but did get a touchdown. I think he really starts to get it rolling. I think they give him the ball more. Again, he's Nick Chubb. I get the injury was gruesome, but they're going to give the guy the ball. With Deshaun Watson out of the offense, Dorian Thompson or Jameis Winston takes over at quarterback. Either option, I think, gives more freedom for the ball to move down the field, and I think Nick Chubb will benefit from that. Put Chubb in your lineup. You may get the old school one sooner rather than later.
I like that one. And it actually got even better because today there was rumors that he might be traded to a top team.
What?
Cooper Kupp. Supposedly there's talks with actually the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow.
That he may go there. That'd be a big piece for them. So Cooper Kupp, obviously, arguably one of the greatest wide receivers in the NFL. He's been out since week 2, I believe. And he's just going to come back and do his thing like always. So that was easy.
Crazy, man.
I think Puka Nuka is coming back too.
Puka Nuka?
Yeah.
Puka Nuka?
Did I say that wrong?
No, yes.
Oh, okay.
But not so bad, actually. But if Cooper Kupp does go to Kansas City, then my honorable mention for the injury return is definitely Puka Nacua.
Nacua. Oh my God, Nacua. I actually knew that too. I don't know why he said it like that.
That was good.
That was embarrassing.
With the New York Mets, I know this is weird. We're in Fantasy Feud, and I'm saying the word Mets. But with the New York Mets season coming to an end, and since both of you guys are Met fans, let's have some fun here. Name a Mets player who you give a fantasy football start to.
Let's do it. My fantasy football start from the Mets. There's a few options. I was looking into it pretty hard this morning. I'm going with my slot receiver, Brandon Nimmo. Okay, Brandon Nimmo has some of the best hands I've ever seen. The guy was a track star in high school, ran a 4.35. He's got the speed. He's got the look. Bill Belichick would put that man in the slot in a heartbeat. He runs hard. He hustles. He loves the game. Give me Brandon Nimmo. I think I'm on the Jets right now.
Yeah, this was honestly so freaking hard. At first, I'm going to say this is not my pick, but at first I was going to go with Luis Severino as a big tight end.
Yeah.
I think he could fit in well, like a Martellus Bennett tight end. Yeah, 100%. But I did do a lot of research, just like Mike. Tyrone Taylor. Guy runs a 4.6. He's 6'1", 218 pounds. Guy's an athletic freak. I would also put him in the slot as the Patriots wide receiver.
I'm chiming in on this one off the cuff right here, but I'm going with Jesse freaking Winker, bro. Are you kidding me with that guy throwing his help?
Playing where though? Because I played.
I don't even care.
I did look up a lot of things.
He'll be my punter. He'll be my punter.
All right.
Yeah. He'd be a badass kicker.
He'd be like the Pat McAfee punter, like doing all like that.
100%.
That is
good one.
That's
a good answer.
That was freaking fantastic. Great question, guys. Great question. All right, man. Well, good luck, Mike. You're really kind of the only one that we're kind of relying on a little bit here for some more football content. So we kind of need the Jets to turn it around just for Talk Media's reasonings.
Yeah,
selfishly.
We are going to see what they show us against Andrew's Pats. But one thing is for sure, the Jets are good or bad. They'll always give you content.
Yeah,
always.
Definitely true.
That's for sure.
That is definitely true. But good luck against the Pats, man. Go get them.
Till next time.
Go get them.
Peace.
All right, Backbone. We have some Talk React. Yo, just once again, quick shout out. Sorry, I'm fumbling here. Quick shout out to the WNBA Liberty. You won the championship. You are actually the first team in a long time to win a championship here in New York. And go enjoy your parade tomorrow. Do you think there's going to be a lot of people out there? They're getting them down like the Canyon of Heroes. Like they're going straight. The city's giving them a full-blown ticker tape parade. That's happening tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. I've seen.
Do you think it's just going to look like a meme out there when there's like nobody there? Or like, do you think there's going to be do you think there's going to be like one row of people? Do you think there's going to be 10 rows of people?
I think there'll be 10 rows of people. Just this WNBA season was a little weird, and I think just like Liberty did get a lot of publicity from what I was seeing on ESPN. People talking about the girl Sabrina, who's a fantastic 3-point shooter.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I think they'll have a lot of people. I do. Nothing compared to a regular parade, but maybe maybe not a quarter, like a 10%.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we'll see. I
just hope it doesn't turn into a freaking meme because that's what I'm envisioning.
I don't think so. I think they'll make it at least look packed. It'll be in like shorter, No,
like it won't be as long. They're going through the full blown parade. Yeah. Is everybody going to be down at City Hall? Yeah, I get that. They'll fill City Hall. I understand that. But like down the whole parade route, like, are you going to see like you see with the Giants and the Yankees and the Mets like back in the day? No.
Yeah.
I think it might be almost embarrassing. I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not either, but
I'm not showing up. I'll tell you that.
Me either.
A question here. Do you think the majority of the Mets fans are rooting for the Dodgers or the Yankees? The majority.
I would say majority are rooting for the Yankees.
I think you're so wrong. I think you are like extremely wrong.
I think there's a lot of people. New York's weird, and so is the relationship between Mets and Yankees. Because yes, we do play in the same state, but we do not have anything to do with each other unless we're in the World Series together.
Correct.
Kind of like the Giants and Jets, I would say a little bit.
Okay.
You guys don't have real beef. I know there's like a MetLife beef, but it's not like actual real. So I think you are wrong there. And
there was nothing ever there, but there was nothing ever there for the Jets. There was nothing really that the Giant fan was ever worried about. We won the last 2 championships before the Jets have won their last championship. So like when you have them there, it's always like they're like the little brothers almost,
Yeah, you're not wrong, but yeah, I don't know.
I just personally wanted to say like the dream of a Subway Series to me was more about getting that Yankee Met rivalry back here in New York. And
yeah,
like that really began in 2000. Like that was a real serious moment. There was fights in households. Husband and wives were watching the games in different rooms. It brings up so many different things. Your kids become the fans of those teams in those moments. Baseball is not the first sport. Like I have a lot of friends that have kids right now, and I'm talking to those parents, and I ask, "Oh, what does your son play? What sport does your son play?" And the first answer is basketball or soccer. Basketball and soccer, these kids are going to play way before baseball is not even a thought. And I feel like that's just because there's been no hype locally around the Yankees and the Mets. And
that's why that is, though.
I do. I think locally there is nothing. The Yankees have sucked not sucked, but they haven't been in the World Series in 15 years. This is when the media really takes over. And I bring Giovanna to school, and the teacher's wearing a Mets shirt. I had no idea she was a Met fan. I see Lynn leave for the gym the other night. She's wearing a freaking Met shirt. I'm like, I've been with you for how long? I never seen you wearing a goddamn Met shirt. Where'd you pull that out of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, it just it starts. It starts a new tradition, new generation of the back and the forth, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not wrong.
That's kind of the way I see it. But you brought up the World Series ticket prices, which I think are crazy. So also, I am very excited to see what it is right around first pitch. There's abundance of tickets available. It's not like it's not like there's just a few available. There's there's thousands of tickets available on these third.
On the third parties they stay on though.
I think they're gonna drop off the table come game time.
I don't think so.
I really hope. I hope not. In a fact, I don't know what I want because when the Dodgers came to town this year, bro, they came strong. Dodger fans came strong to Yankee Stadium. They were filling the streets. You remember that video of them in front of Yankee Stadium? There was blocks and blocks and blocks of Dodgers fans.
Yeah, but that's because there's a lot of Dodgers fans still here in New York from the Brooklyn Dodgers. Like that was always a thing because I know I've been to a lot of games.
Dodgers no more.
But I've been to a lot of games where the Mets played the Dodgers, and like there are probably just as many Dodger fans in there if we were playing the Yankees and Yankee fans. So like it is that big of a deal. But on this subject, who do you think would have gotten the better TV ratings for the World Series? The Subway Series or the series that we have right now? Which obviously I think it would be pretty close because the Mets, we have the story, and then we have the Subway Series story. The Dodgers, they have Ohtani, which is the biggest draw in the MLB.
Yeah, so, I don't think the Yankees Mets would remotely ever come close to the numbers that you're going to see out of this.
Really?
I think the numbers out of this World Series, when you have Judge Ohtani, you have Betts, Stanton.
Well, I don't want you to bring up the Yankees though.
What do you
because
mean?
I'm saying like I'm going to, it's the Dodgers is the outlier here, right? So like the Dodgers, they have Ohtani. So if you versed us, you would have the same players. Versus us,
but it would have just been it would have just been so regional. It would have just us would have gave a shit.
I disagree. I think so many people would have been interested in this rivalry.
Yeah,
I really do. And just like you said, I mean, we have players that, Francisco Lindor is like a big piece in the MLB right now that a lot of little kids look up to.
Yeah, John Maye
too. Pete Alonso, and now this new kid Mark Vientos. So we do have pieces why people would watch, but people also were watching us. Like we drew crazy numbers during the playoffs because we had the story. Like people wanted to watch to see what the Mets did next.
Yeah. 6 seed will always get will always have some sort of Cinderella moment to them as every game goes on and they win and the way they were winning and the way it was happening. You know what I mean? The way it was happening was unbelievable.
There's my argument for the Mets side. That's why I think.
But I don't think it would have been more. I don't think it would have remotely came close to what you're going to see out of this World Series.
I couldn't disagree, but
and
we'll never know.
Hey, listen. We might one day. Hopefully, both of our teams stay this relevant and good for quite some time, and maybe we'll have that opportunity to have a Subway Series.
Yeah.
But extremely excited. I don't know when we're gonna hop back on this.
Let's say hop back on.
What'd you say?
I said you're gonna have to hop back on.
Yeah, I can't talk to myself like some of the other guys out there, but but maybe Tuesday night after the game. I think it's Monday, Tuesday. I think it's Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I gotta go.
No, if it's Friday, Saturday, off day is Monday, and then you travel Monday, and then Tuesday.
Oh no, Sunday's the off day. Hold on, this.
Oh, you're right. So if it's Saturday, Sunday would be the off day. Monday would be game 3. Yeah, Monday
would be game 3. Maybe we'll hop on Sunday night. But what do you say that the Giants? Who cares? I really don't give a shit.
Giants play Monday, I think he said.
Yeah,
right?
I don't care. I don't even really care to sit there and have a conversation about them anymore. It's like extremely depressing. After this Yankees run is over, gotta find something else to sit here and talk about because this football stuff is just bad, bro. It's bad. Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, let's go, Yankees. Go get one of these two. Go get them both, but go get one of these for you got to split on the road. You got to split on the road. Do exactly like the Mets did. Split on the road to start the series off. Let's go, Yankees, baby.
Good luck to all Yankee fans.
Thanks
and
so
you,
much.
of course.
Thank you so much. All right, man. We'll see you. Gamble responsibly, everybody. See you.